Well, next week you'll get to see all the. Right now, it's the final touches and testing production for third edition being sorted out. So, uh, what our technical team is doing, or head of special projects Joe, what he's doing is minting all the NFTs and then making sure that the artwork that comes out, there's no pixels and stuff, and he's giving Chester a run for his money in terms of quality assurance. And Chester doesn't like to leave things like that, so he's taking it out and then polishing it up and submitting to Joe again. So it's the first time I've seen someone go back to Chester and said that this is not good enough. And Chester's freaking out. So Chester's putting like 200% of himself into it now because he's like it's like Gordon, like somebody telling Gordon Ramsay, this sucks, go back to the kitchen. So it's a quite an interesting thing to watch. But all jokes aside, I think Chester's new at minting NFTs, right? So the outcome isn't the same as you would if it's in on a PSD file or on the computer. When it goes through whatever technical constraint it has, there will be some uh, pixelation, some of the artwork, and that is not something within Chester's control until it's been minted. So Joe always gets back to him and tell him, we have to improve this a bit because the way it turns out when minted, imperfections here and
But
there.
but we're talking about like single pixels that are a shade off.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not even like a different color. They're like
yeah, yeah,
single pixel from uh from a light gray to a slightly lighter gray.
yeah. And it's 1 pixel, right?
Yeah, 1 pixel. It's crazy.
So this might be some hints or reveals within the sentence itself, but all packs and boxes, prices, payment methods will be announced next week, either mid of the week or end of the week. So I'll say again, all packs and boxes, prices, payment methods will be announced next week.
That's
There will be
awesome.
an there's an introduction of a special pack as well, included with some of the products, and you won't be able to get the special pack until you purchase some of the higher tier ones. The sales page will be open. I think we want to do it probably early next week. So you'll be able to go to the sales page, but you won't be able to buy anything. Within the sales page, you'll be able to see the different types that will be released, as well as the contents of the packs as well, in terms of what you get in the packs. So I think that is the start of our review towards the launch date, right? Launch date, I will announce next week as well. We had a bit of back and forth with Atomic Hub, and the proposed launch date that I wanted is clashing with some of other products' launch date, and Atomic Hub doesn't want to do two launches on the same day, so that's beneficial to everyone in case they crash, right? And get a bad taste in our mouth because of that. So they're proposing another date, but it's just a day or two away from the original date. But yeah, it will happen this month, and the date will be revealed next week. So sorry if I've kept you guys waiting for so long, but there's a lot of work involved in making sure everything is right, especially with payments and especially with dealing with Atomic Hub as well. iOS and Android invites have been sent out last week. Sorry, this week. So I mean, show of hands in general chat, who are the ones playing the game right now?
Okay.
Other people.
Pete was mentioning something along the lines that it's something that he's working on. I think, if I heard him correctly, that when the launch does happen, whenever the date is set for that, he was trying or hoping that it would be on. You could go to KOGs.gg and not have to or open them up through KOGs.gg. Is that still a possibility, or
It's
what's
still
the
a
thought?
possibility, but we have to make sure it works well because it has to be the same experience on Atomic Hub and our website. So that's still a possibility, but we don't wanna commit to that until we know it works smoothly. because the WEX or Atomic Hub website is built for unpacking. Everything is designed that way, and we are essentially replicating that experience on our website. Uh, what we intend to do is to move away from other sales pages and make people be able to buy their third edition from the website. Be able to open the third edition from the website and also be able to see your collection on the website, right? So the evolution of our web page will move towards that. Maybe in like a couple of months where everything is there, you don't have to deal with other websites anymore. So that's definitely something Pete is trying to sort out as quickly as possible.
Has there been a opening video created yet, or is that still
Yep.
in the works?
We have a few opening videos depending on the pack or box you buy.
Different videos. That's awesome.
Yep. So it's essentially polishing up all the first and second edition experience to make sure that people enjoy not just buying the packs but also opening it up. I think there's a bit of diminishing returns when you get the same kind of pack opening for second edition, right? So we wanted to add a bit of variety so that when you open a different type of pack, there's a different animation video for it.
Is the quality, you think, far surpasses the second edition?
In a lot of ways, yes, but I think it's also a different set of artworks, right? I wouldn't want to downplay how much effort it took to make second edition launch, but definitely there's a lot more manpower, definitely a lot more qualified people in charge of the project because there was a lot of learnings from first editions that were transferred over to the new team. So just to give you guys an appreciation of how difficult it was, first and second edition, when we launched it, it was very lean team of like 3 or 4 people. To be honest, the team that set up first edition was basically Ben, Joe, and Glenn and Wade. Just a few guys. And then with second edition, that's when Adam came in to give a bit more flavor to the experience. But then for third edition, it's a full-fledged company behind it, not just a bunch of people trying to figure out stuff or trying to experiment uh, with the experience of how a collector should go through, right? So almost I would say, but not almost everyone in the company is a gamer, is a collector or comic book fan. So if you have that kind of DNA in your company, all the things come to life, right? So I think that edition is definitely the starting point for us to be able to do bigger things with other brands as well. We've proven the business model and concept for NFTs with KOGs in first and second edition, but third edition I'd say uh, would be the collection that we start to show to partners and saying that this is the quality of product that we have, and if you work with us, we deliver the same kind of quality as well. So yeah, everybody's excited to launch third edition. It's been months that we've been working on this very closely, and it's sometimes it's very hard to appreciate like the small details that the team puts in. But if you have been with us since first and second edition, these small details will immediately become apparent to you. Simply because if you deal with COGS almost every other day or every day, you're already familiar with COGS 100%. But these new additions or new polishes or new touches that we put into place will make quite a few of you guys pretty happy.
There
Go ahead.
there was some discussion, friendly discussion going back and forth. The artist that was revealed, I believe, yesterday with the Monster Ball set, and he has a lot of fan art depicting, famous, game icons or NBA superstars like Kobe and stuff like that. But there was nothing depicting like any of his artwork or even like a teaser or a spoiler for his set. So everyone thinks he's going to be doing like a Michael Jordan cog or something like that. What's the is there anything we can get on like something for his work so we can quell some of the what he's going to be doing or what type of set he'll be doing?
I can
Well,
say that he's doing a sports team, but I can't say too much about it.
but you may be able to see it in the ads if you
Yeah,
are ever
true.
served COG ads.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So the advertising campaign that we're running on Facebook right now and on Google is actually using the designs of third edition. So starting next week, if you go through Facebook or if you browse the internet, you might see ads for COGs and the launch of third edition with third edition graphics that have not been revealed in Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter yet. So it's actually like uh, a weird Easter egg kind of stuff that you have to start browsing the internet or NFT related websites to be able to see them. But the reason why we do that is because we're serving the ads to anyone who is interested in NFTs and games, and any website that basically is related to NFTs and games. If they have a slot for ads, our ads might appear there, and those
Like
ads
Brave?
actually. Sorry.
Like Brave?
I don't know whether Brave will push those ads out because we're using DB360, which is like a more of a consolidated ad platform. But potentially yes, but you're likely to be able to see it in like cryptocurrency kind of websites or NFT based kind of website, news websites and stuff. Our ads might appear there. The primary focus for the ad campaign is usually in Southeast Asia, but I've had some American friends told me that they've seen our COG ads as well.
See, see, guys, that's how you get for information. You gotta ask the right questions.
Yeah. So the next build for the game will include multiplayer leaderboard and seeing your COGs in the game as well. So once you're able to log in, the login system is still a bit unpolished, so bear with us. But we're integrating a new solution soon that allows you to make a new wallet and a new account. But for the time being, we're just testing out how those cogs appear like in the game and whether the physics actually put into place if the cogs are working as intended. Coming in the next build, so you should be able to see by next week. And then next week as well, Bad Days launch date review. So we'll clarify exactly how you'll be able to buy Bad Days, but it's likely to be on our website as well. So you'll be able to just potentially buy it with credit card, RFOX, and I'll double check whether we have any other payment channels, but these two, I think, definitely. We're waiting on the final designs given to us. I think they just gave us a set today, and Chester will go through all the designs they've given us. Phil, do you want to tell them how many designs we are going to expect in the first version of Bad Days Cogs?
I don't know if we should say just yet.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take your lead on that. So there is a significant amount of characters in this set, so that's all I can say. It's not a small set. It's a medium set. It's definitely not as big as an edition, but it's still a considerable number of characters that you can collect. The variants are a lot less than third edition. There's no like complicated border system. I think you should be able to complete your collection relatively quickly. But the RNG is still as fair as possible, so that ultra rares are really ultra rare. The borders and the designs or the specs of the edition will be released closer to the launch window, but we're already touching the mid of the month, right? So the third and fourth week when everything starts rolling out, So you guys don't have to wait too long until you guys can get your hands.
Could we expect new or different borders and colors for a special edition compared that would separate it from third edition, make it special?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely. Yeah, Bad Days has their own border collection, right?
Yeah. Chester did a really great job of capturing the classic Marvel colors for the borders.
Yep. So that's it for the updates. You guys have any other questions? Let me check. If you buy COGs in a Slam game, can you see them in Atomic Hub? Yeah, yep. As long as you log in with the same wallet, Hero, you'll be able to see them.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, don't worry, Pete. We got it handled.
Yeah, I know.
It's possible, crypto, that it can be pushed to like early July because the set isn't completed yet in terms of the final design and the polish, but we'll keep you guys updated on this. As much as we want to release the Bad Days edition as well. But we also take into consideration what is the actual sale window that's available because you can't just launch an edition on BSC without preparation, right? So once it's ready, then we discuss with BSC, and then after that we'll get the final launch date. For the game, OMC, for the game, yes, it will be based on social accounts, but it will be a separate logging system, not connected to WCW. When official Slam game launch date, open beta starts end of June, Euro. So you'll be able to download it without being in the whitelisted portion of the beta test. You can just download it from the App Store. So the thing that needs to come in before the open beta is the actual login system that we will implement. And that login system will be the same login system that you use to purchase all your COGs as well. So everything will go into that account.
Yeah, Pete. Phil said you can spoil something for us.
It's a lie.
Yeah, of course he says I can spoil it because he didn't give me anything to spoil.
Yeah.
He's holding all the cards right now. I don't have anything to spoil.
Yeah, in terms of actual third edition mechanics, logistic, dynamics of everything, Phil and Chester are the gatekeepers for everything related to the edition, no? Pete?
Yeah,
So-
that's why
like 30%.
it's
So when
for
Pete
me
was
right now is I'm excited.
tracking those
I'm
testers,
excited because it's since I didn't work on the artwork and with the artists and all that, right? When I crack open a pack, it's gonna be like, oh, this is cool, right?
Yes.
As opposed to like, oh man, I've seen this shit for the past 3 months, right?
Yeah. I had the same chats with a lot of people who worked on first and second edition or long time collectors. Some of them is like, no, don't tell me anything. So okay, I respect that.
Yeah. Okay, Hanford, I'm sharing you a spoiler. Boom.
See, that looks like pomegranate. That's not very special. No. So Phil's doing all the cracking on the test account like Pete did for second edition.
No, that will still be.
Testing is handled by somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Pete will still be cracking like 1,000 packs on testnet. Phil, do you have an account on testnet? Wax testnet?
Nope.
Okay, I'll need to send you like instructions to get one. Not easy though, but yeah, I'll send you the instructions.
Yeah, OMC. It was a joy to talk to all those guys on the panels. Those guys are OGs. We exchanged contact information and had a chat after the panel just now. I think we'll be able to go into deeper discussions with them in the next few weeks. Everybody wants to work together. So from from my point of view, right, nobody is a competitor in this space, especially when we are in the play to earn space. There's plenty of room for companies to come in, and I think more competition means adoption becomes faster. And ultimate goal is for the companies to get as many people onto the ecosystem as possible, right? If we can do it with partnerships, we will.
And everyone's talking about interoperability, but no one's actually really done it.
Yeah.
So all these companies
I
really
actually
want to try
wanted to say that, like raise it during the panel, but the thing is, there's a lot of people who have done a lot more for the uh, play to earn space with their projects, right? So I figured that is something that we can actually discuss with them outside the panel and probably synergize with them, Phil.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So Phil, in this general blockchain space, from what I find out, right, in my limited time, actually working physically instead of just being like a hobbyist, there are still a lot of maximalists out there that says, XXX blockchain is the best blockchain, right? Whether
Yeah.
it's ETH, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Wax, they say that that's the best. And, how can you achieve true interoperability when you're in your head, there is one best blockchain, right?
Sure.
So, I mean, just the fact that you don't want to expand your mind to like, okay, Wax could be the best blockchain for NFTs, Ethereum could be the best blockchain for smart contracts, Ripple could be the best blockchain to launder money, right? Then yeah, then you can when you talk about interoperability, there are the better things. I mean, there are better things to do things differently, right? And each has their own pros and cons. But when you talk to maximalists, they go like, nope, this chain is the best. Period. Nothing else is gonna beat it, right? And yeah, and that's why you get into these fights with different people.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
issue is if you look at digital adoption as a whole, people are just going to use the product that is most relevant to them. It's not essentially the platform or the chain. So the one that will win this war, if there ever is going to be a war in the near future, is essentially based on whether or not the product is relevant to them. And in the play to earn space, the financial rewards are going to be the most relevant topic to the majority of the people coming in. Secondary to that, the people who love collecting and love playing the games. So we do have to prioritize how we manage the experience for the potential customer coming in based on the demographic, the geographic, as well as the actual need, right? Like I was saying just now, forcing someone to play a game for fun is a lot less compelling than telling that person that you can earn financial rewards by engaging with our content. So I think the direction towards play to earn is it will plateau in terms of rewards because of how big the ecosystem can get and the tokenomics involved. But if you don't give financial rewards in the play to earn space that is substantial or worth your time, then people will move on to another project instead or another game instead.
Yeah, and it's very funny that Pads, you mentioned war, right? Having each different blockchain as a different entity in a big war fighting each other, right? So just think about it, right? In a big war where there's many parties fighting, right? Who's the one that profits the most? Not the parties involved in the war. It's the guy making the guns.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I
not
mean,
financial advice.
everybody's company has their own agenda, right? So you can see the difference between companies which are based in Europe and US. They don't really focus on play to earn. They focus more onto uh, the user experience in terms of making the NFTs utility case a bit more broader, but in Southeast Asia or in Asia in general, there are already countries like Philippines and Indonesia where the only value proposition you want to hear about is that if I play this game, how much can I earn every day? How much can I earn every week? So our target markets are definitely in this segment. So when we launch Play to Earn, you have to make sure that the uh, financial rewards for the customer is proportional to the time that and effort that they bring in. And ours is a free to play to earn game, which is a whole new segment compared to some of the games out there. Because every other game out there requires you to invest an initial amount of money to be able to either set up a team or some kind of mining requirement. And then ours is just like go to the store, download, set up your account, and start slamming, and then start earning your rewards. And if you look at it from a customer adoption perspective, there are no more hurdles for you to start earning cash, either in terms of COGs or in terms of RFOX. And I think that is going to be the primary driver for our growth, where people realize I don't have to ask for a scholarship anymore. I just basically start downloading and playing for myself. And you know what? If we capture the market of people who are waiting for a scholarship to be able to earn financial rewards, then that's already a huge market to begin with, even before we start acquiring people who are not even gamers.
I mean, let's put it this way:
Yeah,
like
100%.
YGG has a huge community, but they can only accommodate a tenth with scholarships. So that's 90% there that need a product like this. So even if the rewards aren't as huge, we are still
better than zero.
accommodating.
It's
It's
better
better
than
than
zero,
zero,
right?
and that's a huge amount of people that we can,
Yeah,
a much bigger amount of people we can accommodate.
Yeah, because I mean,
the key point to note is there's a lot of people waiting for more options in the play to earn space, right, Phil?
Yeah, because the investment in something like Axie is so high, and it's only getting higher. It's only getting higher.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Phil,
with a
imagine this,
free
right?
to play,
You know, if you have 100K US dollars right now, right, Phil, that you says, hey, I'm gonna start off my own guild and do XCs and all that, right? You can, maybe get 100 XC teams. That means 100, scholarships, right? And I'm talking about not talking about the crap teams that you're gonna lose every single time you play, right? Decent teams, maybe 100, most probably less than 100,
Yeah.
right? At 1K each, right? So you're talking about 1.2 to 2K for a good team. So, but let's say if you
yeah,
got 100,000, you can only get 100 scholarships. You go to YGG servers and says, hey, I got 100 scholarships to offer to people, right? That will be like snapped up within like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah.
still have 900,000 people that want scholarships, or whatever the
Their
population of
waiting
Philippines is.
That's the
is
point.
so
The thing
huge.
is, there's a lot more people waiting to get um, a chance to do play to earn than the people who are already playing to earn. So, like I said, if another option comes in, then it's going to get snapped up really fast, and it doesn't have to be on the same level as Xe. It can just be some small rewards that come in every day, but they're still starting to make money already, and without a significant investment. Because I think in the space, a lot of people don't think like $1,000 or $2,000 is a big deal because you've made a lot of money in other projects or been able to farm something. But to an
Yeah.
average gamer in developing countries, even $10 is a huge deal. So the idea of spending $1,000 or $2,000 to start earning money is just not within the realm of possibility for them.
Someone's asked, OMC's asking, what's the meaning of scholarship. So
Scholarship
happens
is yeah. Go ahead.
what happens in Axie is people invest in those Axies. At this point, the lowest Axie is like $160. So someone, for example, buys 3 of them, and then lets someone pilot that account. Then they split the rewards of SLP or Infinity Shards. So that's what a scholarship is. Basically loaning out your assets for someone else to play with and earn. So there are investors that have hundreds of Axies. They obviously can't play with all those, so they loan those accounts out without giving them the passwords or anything, and then they
No, Phil, they give them the account and password, but they don't have access to the wallet.
yeah.
So you need the account login and password to play the game, but that is separate from the MetaMask system where
The NFTs, yeah.
the NFT. So you can't get access to the NFTs. You can just get access to the game.
Yeah.
OMC is lucrative, but the payout is very, very slow from an investor perspective. Because I think the split is usually like 70-30. The farmer gets 70% of the payout. The renter gets 30%, I believe.
Actually, it's 70-20-10. The player gets 70. There's each within a big group. There's a manager who manages a portion of that group.
Okay.
He gets 20,
Okay.
and then the 10
Owner
goes
gets
back
10.
to the owner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that's for like big groups like YGG, but the ones, I mean, I think that 70-30 was more like, if I had, an XC and OMC wants to play, if it's just between me and him, it's a very simple, straight up 70-30 split, right? I get to keep 30, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't need a manager.
Actually, I
But
hear
that it's a whole. So Philip, how many people do you have under your scholarship?
I got one. My son.
You got one? Okay.
Actually, it's funny because my wife's a hardcore gamer. Once she was looking over once I told her how he was making money, because in the first 2 days he made about $20. As soon as my wife saw him play and realized that he was losing a lot, she completely took it over. She completely took over the account.
Min maxing now.
I had
No,
I had to
still,
switch my son over to Genshin Impact.
Okay, but still, I can understand why your son was losing so much, because you bought him the crappy XCs. You should buy him the mythical ones.
Since your wife took over, what's the what's the percentage split now?
She's doing like 2 to 250 SLP a day.
What's your cut?
0.
I get to stay in the bed.
No couch.
But that's not so bad. That's like $30 a day, don't Phil? All right, guys. I'm sorry to cut the Friday Wit Fadz short. I need to go off and do something else, but thank you very much for your time this week. So please watch social media channels next week for third edition product reviews and more details regarding bad days. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Please have a good weekend and stay safe.